Hello, Sabai. I just said hello everyone in Bengali. Bengali is the native tongue of a country called Bangladesh. Right about here. Bangladesh is in South Asia, bordering the east of India and to the north of the Bay of Bengal. Bangladesh is a fairly new country. It was made in 1971. It originally was part of Pakistan, which is right above that, known as Southern Pakistan. It became an actual country after the Bangladesh Liberation War. Basically, Bangladesh had a high population, and they just, with all the stuff going on with Pakistan and India, Southern Pakistan joined up with India and basically defeated Pakistan and became their own country. Central idea, I chose Bangladesh because I want to inform you all what life is like in the most densely populated country. The background, human rights I'll cover. The sustainable development goal I chose was gender equality because that is a very big problem in Bangladesh. My choice I got to choose was food. Okay, and then, alright, so the history. According to Bangladesh history, they were founded March 26th. The wars that they have gone through were the Maratha invasions of Bengal, 1741 to 1751. The Marathas were people of India, like during 1700s. They invaded a part of Bangladesh 6 different times, just for that one war, and that was in that 10 years. The next war was the First Anglo-Bengal War, which was 1756-1757. That was between Bangladesh and Great Britain over just resources. And then following that was the Second Anglo-Bengal War in 1757. So same year that the first war ended. And then the Third Anglo-Bengal War, 1763 to 1764. Still with the British, right? The Bangladesh Liberation War, that was already covered when they became their own country. So during all those wars, that was when they were with Pakistan still, but Pakistan just left them out in the dirt. So population, according to Bangladesh population, Dhaka is the most populated city, 22.5 million people. There is one street in Dhaka that is said to have more population on that street during Ramadan, which is a religious celebration. More people on that street than most cities around the world. 64.81 million people living in the urban areas. So about 1/3 of all the people that live in the urban areas of Bangladesh live in Dhaka. The rural population, there's 101.5 million people that live in the rural areas of Bangladesh. So in all, the population is at a whopping 166.3 million people. To put that into perspective, the size by kilometer is 148,460 kilometers squared. So America, kind of putting a comparison, is 9.834 million kilometers and houses 331.9 million people. So basically, this whole country has this country right over here you can barely see has 1/3 of the population of this massive country. So kind of to show how densely populated they are. Human rights, according to Bangladesh serious human rights violations must end article. The human rights are enshrined as fundamental rights in Part 3 of the Constitution of Bangladesh. Although the protections are in place, the Bangladesh government still breaks that protection. There's a lot of corruption in their government, as you can see with ill treatment, torture, extrajudicial killings, enforced disappearances, detachment and harassment of human rights defenders. So where we see this at is with their government and also their law enforcement. There's a lot of corruption and hiding in that area, but nobody can really stand up against that because then that also feeds into the extrajudicial killings and enforced disappearances. So nobody can really stand up against those violations without, so my sustainable development goal, I chose gender equality. Gender equality is a very big problem because, so with the country already being heavily Islamic, there's already, like you can see sometimes with the, you can see that there's a lot of problems with Islamic gender equality. There's a lot of the male has very big superiority over the female gender. So people that stand up against that are usually the victims of the human rights violations. There's been a lot of human rights defenders that have shown up missing, a lot of journalists from America that have shown up missing in Bangladesh, trying to stand up to their violations and stand for these gender equality. So yeah, food is my choice that I chose. The reason being is that they have a lot of different foods around there, a lot different than you'd see around here in America. So my first point is Ramadan. Ramadan is the Islamic holiday. It's the 9th month of the Muslim calendar and the holy month of fasting. It is a strict fast from dawn until sunset where you do not eat or drink anything. It is especially important to the Bangladeshis because they are an Islamic country, obviously, like I covered. My next one I'll show you is the Hilsa curry. This is the national dish for Bangladesh. It is made up of a fairly inexpensive fish, marinated in chili paste and pan-fried. It is the most popular dish in Bangladesh. So they're a big fishing, like how they eat. So the Hilsa fish is very easy catch. So yeah, so the specific purpose, the reason that I chose Bangladesh was to share with you all, to spread the need for change in some aspects of Bangladesh, but to also inform you to make your decision before you go to Bangladesh and know what you might run into.